Gifted with fantastic athleticism, the ability to outrun every man on the field no matter who I play. Sharing similarities to my favorite quarterback to ever do it, Lamar Jackson. I feel like we're pretty much the same player, but the only difference is I can't throw the football. I still managed to emerge as a 3-star recruit coming out of Mandarin High School in Jax, Florida, with hopes of earning a scholarship to Louisville so I can follow in the footsteps of the greatest quarterback to ever walk. Once that scholarship came through, I shut down my recruitment immediately and didn't hesitate to verbally commit. Man, I pulled up to Louisville with some of the worst throwing mechanics of any quarterback in my class. I was putting in that work. I'm talking about real overtime just so I can get better preparing for next year, so when it's my time, I can step up and be the guy. Well, the next season came and it was not my time at all. I ended up putting on the weight as needed, still not ideal for my frame, and also I improved my throwing mechanics tremendously. And I ain't gonna lie, I was really starting to dominate in practice, throwing the ball, really tight spirals, just got a lot better across the board, reading defenses, all of the above. Sophomore year, I redshirted, and then my redshirt sophomore season, we sat on the depth chart at number 2 and got little to no PT all year. But after we fell under 500 on the entire season, QB1 was playing terrible, and I didn't get a chance, I knew it was time for me to make my exit. FIU was pursuing me more than any other school in the country. They wanted me bad, and I thought at the time, no better place to go than back home to Florida. Straight away from the number 8, understanding that my journey and Lamar's are completely different, I'm my own man. I had to stop trying to live in the shadow or try to become my idol. My redshirt junior season, I was finally QB1 with the chance to prove my worth to the college football world. Finding clips to post on TikTok, I know it go crazy. It's so annoying to do with my long form videos being 30+ minutes long. It's even worse in the pre-editing process, going through hours of gameplay just to find a few banger clips. I did some research and I can't lie, I stumbled across an absolute gem that made what I've been doing for years 10 times easier. So it's only right that I put y'all on to weigh-in video. Short form content is king today. That's honestly how I blew up a few years ago. But today it's almost mandatory that you post clips that can pop you off and help keep you relevant. Now, my little formula for success that's gotten me millions of views on TikTok is so simple now that I don't have to clip anything on my own anymore. Even somebody with no experience can do it. All I do is pull up weigh-in video, upload my long form content. I describe the moment I'm looking for, and all the hard work gets taken care of for me. When it's done, I choose what clip I want out of the few that match my description. On top of that, weigh-in video takes care of captions and the must-have 9:16 vertical layout. And bro, for all my editors out there, y'all boys know how aggravating it can be at times with certain clips, so they came through in the clutch with that feature for sure. Now, I usually have to dedicate a full day to get clips for my short form content, but now I can knock it out way faster and lock back into every other part of my grind. If you're already making content or thinking about starting, bro, tap into weigh-in video. They're showing love to new signups, giving out 200 free credits. So it's really easy to try. It helped me, so I know for a fact it can help you. We all know how it is day one of anything new. Nerves going crazy, you're kind of outside of who you really are, you just all over the place. Even though I was wheeling and dealing, I still felt like I had to put my own personal touch on this game on the ground. A few good passes, spread the offense out a little bit, then put that bit on the ground and cut up. With 10 seconds left in the first half, connecting with my boy Isaiah 20 yards out to pick up our first touchdown of the game. We were down 2. We needed this one bad. And my boy may be small, but he gonna go get it by any means. He's gonna be my safety net this season, I guarantee it. We'd end up taking the L, even though I had a pretty solid performance, threw a nasty pick, but pretty much an even performance, passing the ball, rushing the ball, but we just could not get it done against a team we thought to beat at home in our season opener. I ain't gonna lie, bro, I was down bad about the loss. In my feelings, it was weighing on me, but then I got a reassuring text from my coach, pretty much backing me along with the entire coaching staff, and that was all I needed to add that fuel back to the fire, get my head back in the game. The word of this week is win. New Mexico State got some solid pieces up front, so I wasted no time in the first quarter letting them boys know I'm a real threat on the outside. And how about my dog Larry? Caught my boy deep down the field, great blocking up front, executed early with a big passing touchdown. My intentions are to never be a one read and go type of quarterback, but when you got this kind of real estate, bro, you have to take off and chew that field up. It's mandatory. With a 30-17 lead, putting the game away after having a really solid performance through the air and on on the ground, securing the dub. I said the word of the week was win, and that's exactly what we went out there and did. At that point in the season, so early on, coming off a pretty nasty L, then bouncing back on the road, taking care of business. We needed it as a team. It was a great morale booster. The Shula Bowl, big Florida rivalry game, of course. As the new quarterback, I got something to prove. Go out here and get the dub in the proper fashion. Shout out to my offensive coordinator. We are both in the same mindset when it comes to how we need to start the game, put it in the air, throw the ball, and it'll open up the run for me and everybody else. And I know I'm not the most accurate passer in the world, but when I need to be deadly accurate, trust me, I can do it no problem. A huge drive marching all the way down the field, 17 yards out. I'm gonna take it upon myself to get it done, getting clapped at the goal line, but it was all worth it as I get to celebrate. Down 3 points, no timeouts left, 18 seconds on the clock, and we need the big play. I take off scrambling from the 20-yard line, understanding that protecting the football at all costs is the main objective. We need a score to win this game, but worst case scenario, I get out of bounds, kick the field goal, we go into overtime. Clear path to the end zone, I fall a yard short of the score. No timeouts, 10 seconds on the clock, I'm as calm as ever. I see a lane and I take off. I get into the end zone untouched, picking up the touchdown to put the game away in big dog fashion. Of course, walking away with a dub in a rivalry game feels amazing, but the biggest takeaway from it all that I think I earned this game is the trust and respect of every man in that locker room. So we coming off a really good dub. Dog, it's been a journey so far already. I mean, just everything we've been through with my boy, we've been locked in. And of course, the run game is very lackluster. I mean, he'll pop off and do something nice every once in a while, but for the most part, trash as ever. We just don't have the accuracy, bro. There's so many passes where it's like dudes will be open, like deep up the field or whatever the case may be, and we just simply don't have it. Why is he in my way? Luckily, we got more speed than Buddy out there. When all else fails and my receiver's not getting open, O-line ain't doing the greatest up front. Drop back, take off, hit that gap, slide already. These RPOs really do be working out, like, not gonna lie, square, bang, wide open. I really didn't know how to run them at first, but now they're pretty simple. We just got a PI call that got us on the 1 yard line. I could take it myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if my dog can get in. He does. About time he does something sensible. Right, the first half has been a struggle, bro. Now here in the second, oh my gosh, can we actually get this ball off on the run? Good catch. We gotta pass this ball. I could pick up the 18 yards on my legs, but that's gonna be insanely tough. Do we got a guy? Do we got a guy? Throwing it into traffic. He caught it. Oh my God. See, I told you he's going to be my guy. Look at that block. Great block. Great block. Get upfield. Get upfield. Get upfield. Don't get touched. There we go. I just watched my running back have the easiest 20+ yards on the screen that he'll ever have. This man ran into ran into traffic. Ran into traffic. I see a man wide open. Just over there in the corner chilling. RPO action. The corner's playing tight, but if he sags at all, I'm throwing it. Yep, he sagged. Get it out. Touchdown, get in there. Yes, sir. Got the score. Take the lead is what we needed. And of course, QB1 gonna go and get it. I like this. Got a slant or a post, and I got a corner right here for my tight end. See what they do. I see that pocket. I see it. I see it. There we go. That's my number one guy right there, my main man. What they gonna do here with it? These linebackers gonna do. They ain't blitz. They kind of sack. Got a man wide open up the field. Great catch. Get into the end zone for yet another touchdown. I wanted to run up the score crazy on them, but that's not always reality. But nonetheless, bro, we got the dub in the bag pretty much, I would say. These RPOs, anything coming across the middle, I'm always confident in. Yep. Catch. Get into the end zone again for yet another score. That boy got back-to-back touchdowns. I know he feeling it. Offense and defense both stepped up in the second half. Scoreless on their end. We put up 21 in the second. 3 touchdowns, no picks. We had a really solid game, but we got to get them stats up if we want to compete for that Heisman Trophy. So we out here in these, I believe they're called the Biscayne Blue or something like that uni. So they're looking pretty solid. Huge hole up the middle. Take off, slide, and we still take a hit. This is what we're dealing with up front. Blow through him. Doesn't even try to really recover. Like just existing. A waste of breath. That's why I'm on some like one read and go. I look for my number one guy. He ain't there. I might hang around for a second or two. But after that, man, it's take off. Look, Buddy got free right there too. Like, bruh, it's so ugly out here. It's looking ugly. Touchdown. 1st and 10, 4 minutes on the clock. What we got? Quick, short, underneath, nice catch, pin back deep in our own territory. We're gonna make it work though. Got look, now they loading the box up. They loading that box, bro. They loading that box. Look, he hot. He did not get picked up. Got picked up there though. We're gonna finesse it. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I need to get down. I need to get down. We need to spread this defense out. Go 5 split wide. I don't know what we're gonna do up front. Buddy off the edge be coming in so hot. We taking off, got the gap. Good block. We gone, slide, and we still getting hit. Ref call, man, we'll do something. I think I got a little bit over 100 yards rushing already. Got to keep it up though, because that's pretty much all we got going for us. Nice little pass here to pick up the first. Strong on the right. We're going to slide right. Take off. Nice little, they picked him up double time over there. Get into that end zone. Got clapped, but in the end zone for the tutty. We needed it. Went and got it. Gritty. Trying to make something happen, bro. We got the lead, but it ain't safe. Not even in the slightest. They're trying to put a spy on me. They're doing everything they can to keep me in the pocket. We barely walk out with the dub, bro. That was one of the ugliest games I've ever played. Scoreless in the second half. They were blitzing so much, and the offensive line was absolutely abysmal. 2 touchdowns nonetheless, but that was just nasty. We outside with it. Let's get it. First snap, 4-1 Missouri State. They're 4-1. Now that's crazy. Can we create some separation, please? There we go. After the catch, first down. Let's get it. Good blocking up front. There we go. We got time in the pocket. Oh my gosh, he's wide open. That linebacker is just just sitting there. Let's go. Why we out here dealing that ball right now? We got a little half slide over here to the left. Look, you want to take off. I got another guy wide open, another catch. We're moving that ball. When the O-line acting like they don't want to block, or my receiver is not creating no separation and they dropping passes, that's when I get on the nonsense and I start taking off, getting upfield, sliding down, getting hit. Oh yeah, I'm gone. I'm around that edge. I'm finna put a move on him. I got to. Huh. Yep. Get upfield. Dive. Let's go. Oh, I tried to dive. I tapped square instead of holding square. Like, no, dog. Underneath. Good throw. Catch. What? He wasn't. I was going to say he wasn't in the end zone. Let's go. A touchdown on the board. They dropping 3. They prepare for us to just take a deep shot. They got a spy on me. Do they know I got a man's out there who can make any catch in space? Let's go. Big play, boy. We needed that. Open up the second half. I think Missouri State had ball first. So now we get it here with some good time. Great catch to kick things off. I need Tolson to hit that middle of the field. Them safeties going. Oh, he came down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Create some separation. He held on through the contact. Like, bro, we're so mediocre. Oh, my gosh. I'm around that edge. Get that block. Cut inside. Get back out. Break that tackle. Let's go. Scoring position once again. Front. What we got? What we got? What we got? Nothing really there. I got my guy traveling across the back of the end zone, catch, and that's another touchdown on the board. See what we got. Deep shot. Even though we don't have the accuracy to be taking deep shots, just hit my man's underneath right. I ain't gonna do too much. I ain't gonna do too much. Hit my starting running back for a first down. Bro, this archetype's a pure runner. You're literally a pure runner. You can't even make some of these simplest passes because you just don't have the arm talent to do so. Got a wide open man though. Can't miss that throw. Let's get it. Passing yards ain't nothing to gloat, holler, or rave about, but 268 on the ground. Absolutely nasty. It's been 3 weeks since the Missouri State game. We sit at #1 in the conference. We picked up a close win against Sam Houston where I let our team down and scored towards the end of the game to put it away. Still working out some kinks on my offensive line, but everything we lack up front and in the passing game, we make up as a rusher with 2 touchdowns and a $157. Then we got our hands on Mid-Tennessee, blew them boys out the water. Much better day through the air, 3 passing touchdowns along with 3 more sacks taken. But we all know where I get busy, bro. 20 carries, 274 yards on the ground, and a touchdown. 2 nasty little fumbles, but we recovered, so it don't matter. But what I went out there and did against Louisiana Tech, nothing short of historical. Through the air, we go 165. I ain't really tripping about that. Nothing too crazy. Only 12 passing attempts on the day. But we were otherworldly on the ground. Only 9 carries, 384 yards rushing, 42.7 on average, and 6 tubs. What seems like overnight, I've turned a middle of the pack type team into the talk of the conference, win after win after win. Not to look too far ahead, but we could possibly win out. Got Kennesaw State on the way to the crib, 5 p.m. game. They're 2-6. We got to put the beats on them boys and walk away with the dub. Oh yeah, how can I forget to mention your dog is leading for that Heisman as we speak. We've been balling. Got Kennesaw State 6-2 out here. Thank you, a receiver creating some separation. That's rare to see from any of my guys. And the only chance I really have at winning the Heisman is if I go off on the ground, because that's been where we just been overly dominant. There we go. I don't know why he picked up on Buddy down there. There we go. Get upfield. Get upfield. Come on, baby. I'm not really trying to pass too much, but I definitely want to get a few off to kind of soften up this defense, but they just giving me way too much room. See, opportunities like that, you can't pass them up. See the blocking looking like up front. To my right a little bit. I got him. Oh, it's late. He still got there and held on. See, I pulled the left stick down to make him have to come back to the ball. And that was the perfect decision. The ball was super late though, but we still pick up the tub. Man, in motion, see what we got. They sent the linebacker. Oh yeah, I got him. But that's my dog. He's been going crazy this year. I mean, he's been doing really well, but he hasn't really been like my go-to guy. Here we go. Hey, get upfield, don't fumble. Looking good, moving the ball with ease at this point. Looking really solid. Oh yeah, too much space, take off. Nobody's right there to stop us. Untouched into the end zone. Let's go. Third and 8, looking for a big pickup. Not only do I want the first down, but I want something nice. I want a nice little chunk of yards. I had my guy right there. It ain't there no more. Slide, don't get hit. Don't take no unnecessary hits at all. 2nd and 12, took a minor 2-yard loss. Oh yeah, double hit him up front. I love it. Slide. I slid mid tackle. That's crazy. See how many yards we can pick up on this. I'm going around that edge. He got to step with me too fast. It's 96 speed on that edge, fat boy. Hurdle him. Hey, there you go. Bang. Good catch. He held on to that. Oh, bro, he is a big body receiver that handles business. This game is over for a fact. Nice shutout, blowout win at the crib. Beautiful day, 250 on the ground per usual. 3 touchdowns, bro. We are going absolutely crazy. No way we dropping the Heisman ranking, and we're 9-1 undefeated in the conference. We are on a tear. 5-5 Western Kentucky, 2nd and 10 down here on 39. What we got? Wood hitting. I got space. Take off. Burst. Oh, we didn't get the burst right there though. Well, time to go. 1 read and go. I'm gonna look and see if this streak is open off the rip. If it's not, if that safety don't come down, which he did not, I'm taking off. Oh, I thought he had a spy on me. Slide. First down. Good blocks. Great block. Yo, they completely. Nah, that's on the O-line. That's ridiculous, bro. Like they literally just. All 3 of them decided not to block one guy. But I have to protect the football and get down. We on some run, 1 read and go type of time. A lot of pressure. Oh, he got a step. Let's go. Finally, somebody creating some separation. It's always him. I'm going to look for this hitch from the slot on the RPO. It's not there. Going to hand it off. Get upfield. Great hurdle. Getting to the end zone for the score. Beautiful way to cap off the drive. Still pretty early in the first half. Got some time to make some things shake. Got a man wide open. I wish he would have continued that route, but a first down pickup. Gonna see what we got here. Just adjusted a few routes. Got to take off. Ain't really got the space. Broke a tackle. Broke 2. Get upfield, Cam. Corey, I'm calling you the wrong name, but do your thing, boy. Put some respect on that boy Corey McFadden, dog. Although Cam just came to mind. Like, I don't know. Got a man on the run. Can he hold on to the contact? He does. First down. They really ain't load up front like I thought they would. Get into the end zone. Took a nasty little hit, but it's worth it. We pick up the tub before we go into the half. All right, open up the half. Little 10-point lead. Went down and got us a field goal before the half ended. So we're looking pretty good. My man's wide open. Oh, I thought I overthrew him, and he's going to make a move, picking up big yardage. Just trying to make plays. Get that field, man. One high look. There, man, for sure. Yeah, they're trailing. He's going across the field, try to lead him away, and he holds on. That's my big body tight end right there. I really want to try to lob Dukes up over the back. Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful ball, too. Go get it. Oh! I said I wanted to lob my boy up, and he went and made the play on a very small corner. That was beautiful. I think this is easily, and then in conference play, one of my most impressive games on the ground and through the air, bro. 260 passing, 70% completion percentage with 3 touchdowns. Bro, final game of the regular season. We're ranked 25 in the country. Got a chance to do something. I don't know, postseason, I know the conference championship is sold up, but I want to see where else we can go with it. I just scrambled, peeled off, and picked up a crazy touchdown. I don't know how many yards that was. A little bit over 50, I believe, close to 60, but we pick up a touchdown here early in this game. Let's go. Take the lead. UTEP isn't all that great, so we should blow them out with no problem. And then we're right back in good scoring position. They just got a big sack on us, so yeah, my offensive line done lost my trust for the first half. Got good time up front. Oh my gosh, got an open man. Got to underthrow this. Beautiful catch. Let's go. First down. That's just been my go-to, bro. Put that left stick down. Make them receivers come back to the ball. I love it. I would throw this, but I got too much space. Get into the end zone. Untouched. Let's get it. We're back in scoring distance already here in the first quarter. We're just getting it done. My man's wide open. Come back. Get that ball. He's my number 1 without a question. Yep. Wide open. Bang. Catch. Get a field. Get a field. And that's a touchdown. He got like 3 or 4 within the last couple of games. He's been showing up big. Back in the red zone. Read option for the win. I want this touchdown. Not going to lie. Cap it. Good space. And we're going to trot into the end zone. Gritty. Hopefully I can pick up a cheap little touchdown in this jet touch pass. Probably one of the best things they could have added. Your passing yards and a passing touchdown with your guy going around the end free. It's literally a free stat, free money in the red zone. Bro, we score here before the half. This game is over. Like, we're like dominating these boys. He's wide open, good space, get upfield, first down, go hurry up on him real quick. As greedy as I want to be, I'm gonna let my running back walk in and see if he can pick up a touchdown. They're loading up front and they're gonna win that battle. No, they're not. We pick up the score anyway, and that's not even our #1 back. Bro, we beat the brakes off them, but this is our second consecutive game with no touchdowns in the fourth. But to put up 42 points in the first half alone is just nasty. And then you see what we did. No picks. I believe we didn't fumble it all today, and a pretty good spread, passing the ball and rushing with a total of 5 touchdowns. Conference championship game against Mid Tennessee, we gave them their only loss of the season earlier in the year, and they absolutely decimated my defense. I had the greatest game I've ever played in my entire life, nearly 500 yards passing, 4 passing touchdowns, no sacks, no picks. It felt completely foreign to take a L, bro. After going 11-2, 8-0 in the conference, not taking a single loss on the year since week 1, and then losing to a team we absolutely routed earlier in the year. For me to be a Jit coming up out of Jacksonville, Florida, dog, it's like to put up numbers like this after the struggles I went through my first year and sitting my second year and then popping out my redshirt junior season to just go crazy. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And don't get it twisted. What I did as a passer was very, very impressive, but on the ground, to rush for 2,423 touchdowns, that's just elite. The very definition, the epitome of the word. And if there was any doubt that putting up numbers of that caliber as a quarterback was going to win me the Heisman Trophy or not, come on, bro. Led the race pretty much the entire season from start to finish. I had no doubts that I was walking away with that big boy Heisman. To be honest, I'd be straight up lying if I sat here and told you I didn't think about transferring back to Louisville. O-line's great. They got plenty of talent, higher tier conference. I can go back and finish what I started, following in the footsteps of one of my favorite, if not my favorite player of all time, Lamar Jackson. But on the flip side, I feel like I got unfinished business here at FIU. We had a fantastic season, dropped the conference championship. I want to come back for it all. And on top of an already crazy, chaotic decision, I also can declare for the NFL draft and potentially go #1 overall. I've shut out family, friends, coaches, teammates, all of the outside noise, isolated myself completely, banking on what I'm going to do. And no matter what decision I make, I'm going to give it my all. Come on now. Y'all know I couldn't slide on my dogs after a season like that. We coming for it all this season. We need that. Last season, I struggled delivering the ball on the run with accuracy. This season, with my #1 receiver returning as well, you know I got to put that ball on the money. And we all know I put the utmost fear in every defense's heart when I take off with that ball in my hands. The best running quarterback to ever do it, in my opinion, without a doubt. If you think back to week 1 of last season, I didn't have all that much confidence going into the year. But this season, I'm damn near oozing confidence. But I'm feeling myself so much this year, it might be taken as a little bit of cockiness and maybe some arrogance. When I got receivers failing to get open, offensive line isn't doing a fantastic job up front per usual, I got to get it done myself, and that's no problem. And you know that. 30-0 in the third quarter, and I just pulled off the best highlight play of my career by far. Already up crazy, a touchdown to put them boys in the grave, and we go ballistic. Crazy hurdle, clearing Buddy with no problem, picking up another tub on the night. After an elite play like that, you know I had to cut up and act a fool. After 2 drop passes that turned into picks, I had to channel my inner Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, Cam Newton, just put it on the ground and go crazy. To face a team on the road that's out of the Big Ten is a huge challenge in itself. I wasn't prepared on how stout this defensive line was. They were getting to it with ease. But one thing I cannot do against one of the very few teams that is a little bit above our caliber is fold under pressure. I got to make plays no matter what. I thought the run would open up the pass game just a little bit, but it only enabled me to take off with my feet way more, scoring the first touchdown on our side of the ball. And with 2 seconds to spare in the first half, taking the lead, my boy Cole was wide open coming across the field on a little mismatch mix up going on in the secondary. We had to take full on advantage, and we did. Then late in the fourth quarter, stepping up big time, picking up a much needed touchdown, taking the lead. And to be 100% honest, I was looking to pass in the red zone. Nothing was there. So of course we get it done ourselves, and that's always going to be a recipe for success. But a gutsy call from our OC and head coach wanting to go for two, taking the snap, dropping back, got a man over there trusting his hands. He makes the catch, breaks the tackle, picks up the 2-point conversion. We pull off what many would consider a major upset, at least for a program of our caliber. And I gotta say, bro, 1000%, this is one of the most hard fought dubs I've ever been a part of. Our annual game against bitter rival FAU, and let me tell you from the jump, this game got overly heated very early in the first quarter. I made it a point coming in a game as important as this one, in front of our home crowd, to be lethal on the ground with the ball and to also help my receivers be in the best position possible to make plays all day long. We were only a couple games into the season, but I was wondering, like, bro, when am I gonna get my first big deep shot off? In the second I seen this DB take off downhill, I already knew what time it was. He picked up in the flats and they were slipping over the top. That boy toe over the top, wide open, up the seam with a beautiful catch. I got a little joke going on in the group chat with my receivers. I put out weekly rankings for my receivers. Who's my favorite? Who's my number one after every game? I had a feeling after that game, Duke wasn't gonna like the rankings at all with the way things were going. When I tell you Brody was out there showing out, just doing his thing, making plays, every opportunity that came his way, he stepped up big time. Cole is making a name for himself. But don't sleep with that man, Larry Duke. He made sure to pull off the best play of the game out of all of my receivers. As a collective, we stepped up and blew out our bitter rival, taking home yet another trophy in the Shula Bowl, and you love to see it. Now, this early in the season, 3 games in, we've crept our way into the top 25 teams. Last week, unranked, and if some things go our way, we win out, a couple of teams lose, we may find ourselves in the college football playoff. And right now, if you ask me, the Heisman race is an absolute joke. There's no way you got 2 players from the same team up there, but you don't got the hottest thing down south, at least at number 5. It's just absolutely crazy to me. Who are these other QBs? Getting disrespected in the Heisman race. Team is ranked top 25. So many things are on our shoulders as a team. We got a fellow Florida school coming into our crib in USF. We got to dog them all the way out. Things have been going well with my receivers, but at times, bro, they just drop passes through contact that I'm just like, there's just no way. Like here, okay, he held on, created separation. He's a new receiver this season. 2nd and 10, spreading this defense out. See, then we can create some way, and they blitz and they up the middle. They got a spy on me, but I got a man wide open right here. Plant my feet. That ball out, and he held on. Thank you. Thought they were sending that safety. I'm around that edge. We got too much speed. I'm gone. I'm going to hurdle him. First down, huge pickup. The definition of a pure runner. Can't make too many passes. Got to underthrow this, make him stop. Oh my gosh, taking ankles. I'm rolling. He fast, but I'm faster. When you got 96, 97 speed, you can do so much. Even them ankles, boy, I'm in that end zone for the touchdown. I've never seen an opposing team's offense have the ball for so long. They killed a lot of clock. We're about to head into the 4th quarter soon. We got to make some plays. I see a crease. Oh no, it's not there. Good block. Plant no feet. Good ball. Great catch. Let's go. What I really like to do to gain momentum with my offense is dink and dunk our way up the field and then slowly start to take off and escape the pocket. It's been a struggle because this is probably the worst my O-line has played all season so far. Like, we've been absolutely horrible. Get around the edge. I got that speed. I need that block. Spin. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, taking angles and names. Come on. We got to put it on the ground, bro. I've been trying to just show my receivers some love, but they have not been the answer. Good block. I'm going. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping him. First down. Without a doubt, one of the roughest games I played. We had an entire scoreless, pretty much half of the game, 2nd and 3rd quarter. These uniforms probably would be a lot better in a night game, but you can't go wrong with these Miami Vice unis. What a spin from my number 1 receiver. Not gonna lie, I want to go for a big pickup on the ground, swinging out, good block on the edge. I got a few guys out here wide open. Y'all didn't even try to do a spin right there. We still picked up a nice first down. Playing on Corey reminds me of playing on my boy Tristan Massey. All my OGs of the channel, y'all know exactly who that is. Even though they're two completely different players, I miss Tristan. And playing on Corey gives me that same vibe, that same fun factor. But moving the ball pretty easily against Kennesaw State. They're 2-2 coming into our crib. They came in a bit hot, but we got all this space, and it cleared out with him going across the field. Beautiful, getting to the end zone with a dive for the touchdown. Trying to factor in the option a little bit more, the speed option, all of that stuff. It's been really key. Get that off. Great block on the edge. Yes, sir. Get upfield. My running backs are so slow. One high safety look. If I can get Dukes out there to get that step on him, nah, he ain't getting that step. I got my buddy here, though. Underthrow it a little bit. Bring that left stick down. Get him open. I done dinked and dunked. I got every receiver going across the field to the right, and that's going to free up and open up this left side of the field. Get a nice little spin in. 3rd and 1 within scoring distance. They're going to do a little shift here. He's trailing me. I got Dukes coming across. Hit him. Bang. There we go. Good catch. Good run. Get into the end zone, boy. Oh, we taking off. Had a huge hole. We're going to get into the end zone here. Nobody was open. The back end of the second quarter was getting ugly, so we had to take off. Massive hole, big run with the score. Sometimes I just be focused, locked in, and then we get a huge play like that. They sending some guys, they getting caught up. I hate when that happens. They get caught up in the middle up on each other, and it just slows everything down. Bro, trying to get around the edge, I got to leave speed so I can do it, but even with high speed, bro, you get caught trying to run around that edge, bro, they gonna get on your trail. There we go. Oh my gosh, Swifty through the hole. We have to score another touchdown here. What the safety gonna do? If he comes down, he did. He rotated down, but that's gonna leave my boy wide open. I knew it. I had to throw him, bring him down towards the ball, down towards me, the line of scrimmage, and it worked out perfectly. Score is 30-7 here in the fourth quarter. We at least need another 8 passing yards so we can get this 150. That's kind of been my goal, and we pick it up here. This game is sealed. Just like last year, I had a Heisman-worthy game where it projected me into the top 5, and from there, we just ran the table. This is that Heisman-worthy game. 6 touchdowns, 200 passing, 336 on the ground. Every week in the media, I'm getting asked, like, what's led FIU to become just this powerhouse overnight, dominating in conference, playing against teams that are far better on paper, and we've just been able to just outplay them and win games in totality. And like I tell them on what is pretty much a weekly basis at this point, bro, this team is special. We got guys everywhere who might not be the most talented, but they want to work and overall just win football games. I don't think nobody expected me to come in just a year and a half to completely rewrite FIU's record books. It has been insane, but I love that I'm putting myself in just this different stratosphere of players to ever walk through this program. And I knew eventually they had no choice but to throw me into the Heisman race. Obviously, I wasn't really playing up to par, but come on, bro. After a game like that, you got to put some respect on my name. I'm going back to back. I need it. Sam Houston came out, got a nasty sack to open up the game on us, bro. Up front, they just sent them boiler. He getting through. He ripping through. He's ripping through. Oh my gosh, he got off that. That's why he's my #1 receiver. That's why he's my guy. Let's go, Cole. That boy just be making plays. He don't do stuff like that often, like just making guys whiff like that, but he gets it done for the most part. Underneath, bang, great catch. Let's go, baby. Big pickup. Everything be good, and then out of nowhere, nobody can get open. Nobody's blocking up front. They rushing, they blitzing that right side. There they go. Outrun them. Outrun them. Get that first down. Outrun them. Get that first down, boy. We really got to take off, but I think they finna send them boys at me. Nope, he sat. Got a man open. Please make that catch through the contact. Let's go. Oh, he picked up on Buddy. And then we take ankles and pick up the score out here in this nasty little rain game. And then I proceed to pull off a nasty, like 50-yard scamper, take ankles, and then outrun everybody with that 96 speed. Oh my goodness. So we had another drop ball that turned into a pick, bro. That's been just the story of the interceptions the last couple of years. Got a man, he tried to come get me. Turn inside, little speed burst action. Little spin action, taking ankles. We would have broke that tackle and went into the crib off that. Easily #1 play of my dog Corey's career. I just know I need a decent amount of passing yards on the season to win at Heisman, because if I go rush only, I can get it done, but it just won't be as, it won't look as nice. I'm honestly looking for Cole on this. If he's not open, then we're going to just take off. He's not open, we're going to take off. Try to hurdle something we do. Oh my boy, I thought I was going to get into the end zone off that. Got to score here before the half. Not even going to call a timeout if I do. Probably going to kick the field goal. Around that edge. Back of the end zone. Bang, catch. He dropped it. Oh my gosh, no way, dude. The receiver play started to get so bad in this game that I had no choice but to take off and run nearly every single play after that. So in the second half, that's exactly what we did, and we walk out of here with a blowout dub. From start to finish of this season, we've done nothing but tear every team apart. Had a few close games, but even in those, we were overly confident. We knew we were going to walk out of there with the dub, no problem. But as the season was coming to an end, we faced a 5-5 Delaware team that we wrote off way too early, and we ended up taking our first L of the year. But leading up to that loss, after the blowout win versus Sam Houston, we had some really dominant football games, and I think that led to us having a big head and ultimately taking that L. Passing for 360 and 4 tubs against Missouri State. Against one of the better teams in conference in WKU, a knockout performance blew them out the water and defense held them to a scoreless second half. In this back half stretch of games, I really made it a point to put the ball in the air way more. I already had eclipsed 1,000+ rushing yards. I had to get my passing numbers up if I wanted to secure that Heisman. In a game where we gave Jack State the business, throwing for nearly another 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 0 sacks, a damn near perfect game. And the regular season is going to finally come to a close against 9-2, 6-1 in the conference, number 21 ranked Liberty. And our chances to hold down our first round game against Baylor in the college football playoffs hang in the balance. And if the lore of this game wasn't already crazy, not only am I leading right now for the Heisman, but the guy right behind me, Antonio Higgins, who just so happens to be Liberty's star quarterback. These last couple of weeks, I've been throwing the ball like crazy, really haven't gone back to who I am and what I've been known for. But after taking a loss to a team we had no business going to war with in Delaware, actually getting blown out, I had to make sure I took over this game. Marching all the way down the field on our first drive, running the ball like a madman, delivering a beautiful pinpoint pass to my tight end for the touchdown. I can say this about that game now, the craziest thing isn't me stepping up the ball per usual. Instead, it was that every man wearing a FIU uniform came to ball and put it all on the line to get the dub. Handing Liberty their third L of the season, a slow second quarter turned into an explosive second half, 22 points. We had to see Liberty again in the conference championship just a few weeks later, and that was probably the game of the year, I'm not gonna lie. But of course, you know I showed up with 307, 3 touchdowns, no picks on the day, and my offensive line played absolutely fantastic. Just like we anticipated, we secured that first round game in the playoffs against Ohio State, and losing by 14 against a team out of the Big Ten who's literally a powerhouse. It's pretty impressive. My redshirt senior year was full of surprises and things that we all could have anticipated, but I didn't think I would throw for 3K nowhere ever in my career. But statistically, where I enhanced as a passer, I took a slight step back in my production on the ground, still flat out amazing, and I also decreased my fumble numbers, so that was a big thing for me going into the year. And you gotta know we ran it back, securing the Heisman, Maxwell, Walter, Camp, pretty much sweeping all of the awards I was eligible for. But I can almost bet every dime, my life even, that no one, not even myself, anticipated I would walk away with the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. My numbers passing through 2 seasons as a starter weren't the greatest, but they definitely exceeded everything I thought I was capable of. And on the ground, I think I'm single-handedly the best rushing quarterback to ever do it. Through everything I've been through in my career, sitting down at Louisville, not getting an opportunity to start, overall just being in a situation that wasn't feasible for me, taking what most people would consider a step down, coming to FIU, it allowed me to thrive in a way that I didn't even imagine.